Good morning, friends. Grace and I hope you're having a wonderful day. We'd like to invite you to put your PJs on and pour yourself a cup of tea while we give you a quick look at how the garden looks as it transitions from evening into night. We have some beautiful new solar lights from Hoselink that we'd like to show you. And I really wanted to show you the lights on in the evening so that you can really get a sense of the magic, calm, and peace that sweeps over the garden as we hit sundown. So let's go ahead and do our first ever night garden tour. What do you say? So it's about 9 p.m. here. It's early July. The sun is just setting. And you might remember that last year we put lights from Hoselink, these beautiful string party lights, all around the raised beds. We created a roof. And isn't it funny to just stop for a second and remember what this view looked like only a year ago? Actually, only about 6 months ago, the raised bed garden was just 10 raised beds with party lights strung above them. And it was so beautiful and welcoming and cozy. And it really invited you to come back into the garden in the evening. But once we added in the garden library, it really became necessary to add lots more lighting into the garden so that you could see easily, so that it really beckoned you to come back out here and to use the library in the evening. And the longer that we've had the library, the more I realize that I'm using it in the very early morning and in the evening when the sun goes down. So I reached out to Hoselink and asked them if they might be willing to send us 150 more feet of the party solar string lights because I was just so happy with the quality. You know, we had them out here during the summer, but then we also took them down and used them on the dried flower Christmas tree. And I'll overlay some footage of that now because it was so magical to decorate that tree this year for the birds, put these lights on that tree. They've been out here in the hot summer sun all through winter. I've taken them down and up again, and they're just really good quality. So if you're looking for solar string lights for your garden, I would really recommend these ones from Hoselink. And when I reached out to Hoselink, they said, you know, we think what would look good in your garden are these garden globes. And immediately they reminded me of a special event that Longwood Gardens used to do. And what they did is they partnered with a lighting artist and had all of these light installations set to sound. So I just wanted to sprinkle these garden globes all throughout the garden, almost like it's that light installation at Longwood Gardens. And I just like the nice surprise that they bring back here. So we have 8 of these, and these are staying on all night up until the point when I wake up at 5:30. They are still on. So these are just wonderful lights. And some of you are asking what the alfresco fountain looks like in the evening. So I'll show you that now before we head into the library. But it's so beautiful. We just leave it on 24/7. Here comes Grace. Look at her eyes. Hey Grace, how are you doing? Grace looks and smells beautiful now because she just had a bath. What's the deal with dogs' feet always smelling like Fritos? I don't know, but now she smells like a beautiful lavender Labrador. So here's your view straight on down the main flower walk. And you can see we have the string lights all around us lighting the way. And we're heading into darkness now. I have a few lanterns that I got from Amazon a few years ago dotted throughout the garden. I think it's nice to have a few different kinds of lighting in the garden. It kind of beckons you to explore. And I've been really happy with these lanterns. I think I've had them for about 2 or 3 years, and they've all lasted really well. So everything that you see out here is either solar or USB. The only thing that's plugged in is the alfresco fountain. So let's go ahead and head into the library. Do you guys use a lot of USB lights in your home now? I have purchased some USB lights on Amazon to light art that we have in our dining room, and they do not hold a charge well at all. But these sconces that I have in the library hold a charge really well. I've only had to charge them once since I added them in, maybe 3 months ago, I'm thinking. So you can see we have some more lilies in bloom now. So I'm going to put a link to the sconces, but not to the light bulb that I have in this Tiffany style lamp, because the charge on that really doesn't hold. So if you have a light bulb recommendation for me that's a USB charged one, I would really appreciate that. So here's a look inside the garden library in the evening. This is just an old electric stove that we had around the house. But these sconces aren't hardwired, and I can overlay some footage of what the bulbs look like. But I'm just so happy with them. They were definitely worth the money. Here's an arrangement Grace and I made today. We just used some Let's Dance Rave hydrangeas, Royal Sunset lilies, calla lilies, and mainly ginger wine 9 bark is what's holding everything in place. So I want to send a really big thank you to Hoseling for sending all of these wonderful lights out. They've always been so incredibly generous to us. And like I said, I can really vouch for the quality of their solar lights. I've had lots of different solar lights, and actually a girlfriend of mine, when I posted about these before, she said, "Are they glass or plastic?" And I said, "They're glass." And she said, good, because she had bought some plastic ones and they had actually melted in the sun. So these are great. They've lasted for me. I think I've only broken one bulb, and that was just because I dropped them on the stone. But they just bring such magic to the garden, don't they? One other nice thing about these solar globes is I have them staked into the ground right now, but you can also hang them. And so this year when we do our dried flower Christmas tree, we'll be using some of the string lights to go all around the tree like Christmas lights, but I also want to use these garden globes as really big lit Christmas balls. Well friends, I hope you enjoyed this walk around the garden, and I hope you're staying cool out there. Is it in the high 90s and even 100s where you're located? I guess that's one more reason why I've really been enjoying the solar lights. Coming out here in the evening is such a blessing when it's just a little bit cooler and you can kind of escape the heat over there in the library. Well friends, I want to wish you a wonderful day out there in your gardens, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!